What's up, everyone? Another reaction video. I was at work when this Last of Us State of Play went live. It's been about an hour or so since it was live. So now I'm off work and I'm ready to go. You see I've got my Ellie shirt on. And I'm ready, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. I can't be really loud reacting to this because my wife is still at work in the other room. We working from home. And she's like on the phone and stuff like that. So, actually on a conference call, so I gotta be real quiet. But I will still be reacting naturally. I just gotta tone it down. That's all. Gotta tone it down. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. I'm really excited. Oh, and just a heads up for anyone that did not know, the word is PlayStation 5 reveal next week, June 3rd. Hopefully it's true. Potentially showing off up to 30 games. It's probably multi-plat and exclusive.
Things were different.
Okay. Check my resolution. Cool. We're good. Oh my god, beautiful.
I wish things were different.
This is footage we've seen before right here, but it doesn't make it not still great for me to see right now.
Please stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
She's so beautiful, man. On current hardware.
We'd be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
So they just get to get away with this?
How'd you find us?
It's crazy to think. It's crazy to think that the first Last of Us.
I want what you want.
It's been so long ago now, man.
But not at any cost.
On a different system.
I really hope you make it.
I have to finish it.
There's a cost.
We could have killed you. Maybe you should have.
Trailer's so good. I'm just gonna pause it just to make sure my stuff is actually recording. It is. Awesome. Dope. Let's continue. Let's continue. Sorry about that. It was totally okay for me to
Vice
watch
President
the
of
trailer
Naughty
again.
Dog and the director of The Last of Us Part 2.
Neil Druckmann.
We're just a few weeks away from launch on June 19th, when the game will finally be in your hands. The wait has been long, and we're extremely grateful for your patience, especially now in the midst of these unprecedented and challenging times. We hope you're all taking care of yourselves and that you, your friends, and your loved ones are doing well. Because of these extraordinary circumstances, we can't be together in this final stretch and share the experience like we usually would. So today we're trying something different. Something we've never done before. Over the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to give you an in-depth look into what awaits you in The Last of Us Part 2. Including new details about the gameplay experience and story. And to cap it all off, we'll be showing a never-before-seen, lengthy gameplay sequence. You'll definitely want to stick around for that.
I understand why some people don't want to watch this, but I just can't not watch this. You know what I'm saying? I can't not. I have to see more.
I don't know what happened.
Ooh.
I was supposed to take her to the
St. Mary's
Fireflies
Hospital.
and walk away. They were actually going to make a cure.
Dude.
The only catch. It would kill her.
I'm
The
going
Last
to
of Us
pause
Part
real quick.
2.
Just real quick. This is really fucking cool. And this is what I was hoping to see in the new game. On one of the trailers, it showed young Ellie and younger Joel from the first game on the new engine. And they're actually doing some flashbacks from Last of Us 1, filling us in basically between that time and this time. So this is Ellie sitting in the back of the fucking truck after he rescues her, and this is on the new engine, right? So you can see like all the new detail and stuff like that we're getting right now, and with her laying right here, like this is really cool. As a fan, this is really cool to see. Those moments now on the new engine and just looking as good as it is, that's really cool, man. I love it. Ugh.
Catch.
Let's go. Let's continue. Sorry. I'm not going to pause this too much.
It would kill her.
The Last of Us Part 2 picks up Ellie and Joel's story several years after the events of the first game.
Beautiful, man.
Ellie and Joel have settled in Jackson, Wyoming, amongst a thriving community of survivors. With the threats of the world kept outside the town's walls, Jackson has been able to find relative peace and even stability. Ellie is now 19, lives on her own, and has been able to forge lasting relationships within the community.
Scale of 1 to 10. How would you rate our kiss from last night?
However, this peace is short-lived. Jackson and Ellie suffer a violent and traumatizing event. Ellie sets off back into the treacherous outside world in search of retribution and justice. Her journey will take her to new parts of the country previously unexplored in The Last of Us. The story spans multiple seasons and climates, from the snow-capped mountains of Jackson
It's like the first game.
to the lush Pacific Northwest. Each introduces a wide range of exterior and interior environments for you to navigate and explore, rendered in meticulous detail and unprecedented scale with the latest iteration of the Naughty Dog engine. Our goal was to make these environments not only beautiful, but feel as grounded and authentic to the cities they're based on as possible.
Looks great.
Much of the story unfolds in what remains of Seattle, a massive former quarantine zone. Its locales are incredibly diverse, spanning a dense city center with a skyline of towering high-rises to the beautiful suburbs and stormy waterfronts that surround it.
Wow.
The city
Seattle
exhibits drastic shifts
aquarium.
in architecture, elevation, and weather. And with Part 2, we've introduced new traversal mechanics that afford greater exploration and ways to navigate threats. Ellie is not only able to climb and jump over gaps, but she can use ropes to scale vertical terrain or swing over obstacles, allowing you to discover new areas, resources, and side narratives.
Oh, snap.
These more open environments also create new strategic considerations in combat, whether it's to get the jump on enemies or bypass them entirely.
Yo, I like the collision.
Part 2
That was a
features
small
some of
thing.
The largest environments
The
we've
collision
ever
of the
created.
infected just
Horseback
now.
riding will allow Ellie to quickly cover some of these expansive terrains.
It's the fine details, guys.
Some
The
streets
fine
are so flooded that a boat is required to navigate them.
Man, this looks fantastic, man.
However, the world of The Last of Us is as lush and inviting as it is deadly.
Look at this, man. Look at the traversal
As
now.
Ellie uncovers the path to finding those who have wronged her, she must face the many threats of this unknown city. In the wake of the pandemic and the fall of the quarantine zone, Seattle has become a war zone, where two warring factions find themselves in an ongoing conflict for territory and resources. One of these groups is the Washington Liberation Front, otherwise known as the WLF.
WLF.
The WLF are a militia group that began as resistance to the military occupation of Seattle, and eventually wrestled control of the city from them.
Oh, wow.
They are highly trained, organized, and well-equipped with weapons they stole from the army. They occupy much of the city, imprisoning or killing trespassers on sight.
Hey, we got another trespasser.
Ooh.
Girl, did you see her?
Ooh.
On the other side of this bloody conflict is a group of religious zealots called the Seraphites, or Scars, defined by the self-inflicted deep cuts that they bear across their faces.
This is one of the controversial things of the game.
Like the
I'm pretty
WLF,
sure.
they're deeply tribalistic and territorial.
It has to
They're
be.
known for being stealthy, using overgrowth as cover, and they use more silent weapons like bows and arrows.
Nice. Anything religious based is gonna be controversial, and I think this is one of those things.
But beyond this conflict among survivors, the threat that originally brought the world to its knees is very much present. Every human is in danger of falling victim to the infected. They are the recently infected runners, who are more numerous and aggressive in this game.
Faster. Character models look great.
The blind but extremely deadly clickers, and the stalkers, who sneak and hide until they're ready to attack, surprising their victims with extreme agility and brutal violence.
Those stalkers are gonna be awful.
Last of Us Part 2 introduces new stages of infected, such as the Shamblers. Large, heavily armored enemies that are covered in pustule. Upon getting close to you, they expel a corrosive spore cloud that burns its victims. But our most terrifying and lethal new forms of infected will have to wait until you play the game for yourselves.
Okay.
Overcoming these threats will require careful consideration of how you approach every combat encounter and how you leverage Ellie's unique skills, equipment, and the environment to your advantage. The WLF patrol the streets of Seattle with guard dogs, which are capable of detecting and following you, even while in cover. They can pick up your scent and alert their handlers to your presence.
I think this is gonna be tough, man, with these dogs.
Listen mode will reveal your scent trail, so keep moving and cause distractions to avoid detection. 25 years after the pandemic began, the world is completely overgrown. Use tall grass to hide from enemies and go prone to stay out of sight. However, this form of analog stealth means you're never fully hidden. If enemies get close enough, they can discover you, even in grass.
And I like that. You're not
When Ellie is
invincible,
overwhelmed, running away is a viable option. You can also break glass or crawl through tight spaces
With the
to
knife,
find new
bro.
paths
Love
or
it.
areas to evade or take on your enemies.
Look at the
In any given
animation.
combat situation, you can flee an encounter and re-establish stealth to regain the advantage.
This looks like
If you absolutely have to fight your way out, there are a variety of tools at your disposal. Ellie's more
generation.
agile than most of her enemies. She can sprint and quickly dodge incoming attacks. Learning how opponents attack with different weapons and mastering the timing of your dodges will prevent you from taking damage and create opportunities to
That
counter.
adds so much to this
You can
game.
use throwable items or well-placed shots to stun enemies before dealing a killing blow.
God.
Or using them as a shield to protect yourself or buy some time to figure out your next move. Ellie isn't always alone on her journey. Allies will take part in helping you navigate the environments, spot enemies, and meaningfully help you in combat encounters.
Bro, those dodges look so good. Look at the animation. Golly.
Between the human survivors and the roaming infected, there will be times where multiple threats are present, creating new strategic considerations and opportunities. You can choose whether to attack these opponents separately and directly, or find ways to pit them against each other. Flee as they fight, or wait until their numbers have thinned out and engage with whomever's left.
Yeah. There was a part or two on Last of Us 1 that was like that. I actually alerting the infected to them. Look at that. They actually ran away.
Our goal is to create unparalleled attention, coupled with deep systems that give you greater control and influence over your journey. As you play, you'll be able to invest in a broad collection of crafting items, weapon, and player upgrades through training manuals scattered throughout the environment and scavenging for ingredients. These skills and upgrade manuals cater to a variety of playstyles, and the choices you make will create your own distinct experience. We also wanted to extend that agency and personalization to your weapons through our new workbench system. Scavenge for parts to modify and improve your weapon's performance and attributes, all of which are visualized and become part of your character.
Look at that, man. Just dirty, man. Dirty. Dirty. If Sony would like, hey, this is a PS5
Survival
game,
will
like
also
I would
require
believe
using
it.
the parts and ingredients that you'll find in the environment, which can be crafted into a wide range of defensive and offensive items, like proximity mines, explosive arrows, pistol suppressors, and more.
Nice. So you can actually craft suppressors. It's fire. Oh. Oh.
All
It
of
was an
these gameplay
explosive
systems
arrow.
are meant to immerse you in the world and make you feel in lockstep with Ellie's emotional journey. As we've said before, this is Naughty Dog's largest, most ambitious game. It may seem like we covered a lot, but we've only scratched the surface of what it's like to play The Last of Us Part 2. We can't wait for you to experience it all for yourself on June 19th. Until then, here's an extended sequence of never-before-seen gameplay. Enjoy.
Oh, man. She about to swim, bro? They've got a lot going on in this game, man. Swimming, horse. Well, the first game had swimming, but swimming, horses, boats.
Did you find her yet?
Shit.
Escape while no one was looking. We're searching the area, just in case she's still around.
Isaac's not happy about it.
No shit.
Escape. The fuck are they talking about?
Goes to dive. Look at the swimming animation. That was smooth. Like there was a whole video on like the tech behind the animation that they're using, and it's really interesting. Just allows for like the transitions between animations to just look as seamless as possible. I haven't really noticed like, you know, that video game jerkiness, you know what I'm saying, like going from one animation to another. I haven't really noticed that yet, you know. Just supernatural looking. Oh, she's about to fuck this dude up. Oh, he's got headphones on. I was about to say, how does he not hear?
Don't make a fucking sound. Hands up. Easy. Do you know a girl named Nora?
Bro, she has a Vita. It's a PlayStation Vita, bro.
Yeah. Where is she?
In the hospital.
Where in the hospital?
Yeah, they're clearing out the upper floors. She's somewhere in there.
Oh, Ellie's strong as shit, bro. Ellie's strong.
That was dumb.
She said that was dumb. Pick up the Vita. That's dope. I never got a Vita, man. That's really the only PlayStation system I didn't get, other than the PS1, which was like a,
I got my girl waiting.
you know, when they had like that portable PlayStation 1 with the screen. It was like $400 to have all of that.
Bet you do. Oh, this is not fair.
I'm telling you, man. Data soldier. It makes these shifts so much easier.
I didn't have the PlayStation phone either, though.
Keep that in mind.
I did have a Sony Z3 though, which allowed me to
Sounds like scars are getting closer.
play my PlayStation games on my phone on the same Wi-Fi, which is pretty cool.
Hey, did you hear why we're all getting called up to the
I have a video on that. It's called
Isaac wants us to retake all of
Remote
downtown.
Play. You can find it on my channel.
We might take the fight to them.
Oh, no way. Not after what went down last time. Even Isaac isn't that crazy.
That's what I heard.
Oh, it's like a Coca-Cola bottle at the end of that pistol. The silencer.
Shut up. All right, calm down.
Wow. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay, got the stick. Really pay attention. Like, I'm gonna keep on saying it. Really pay attention to the smoothness of the animations, man. Like, even right there, like getting off the ladder, like she didn't go, oh, oh, it was none of that. It was just smooth. Yo, Peter is going to hate this game. She just threw a molly at a dog, bro. Nah. Kill all the humans, not the dogs, Ellie. You animal. This makes this game even more savage, man. Whatever. Bro, that dog said, "Arr, arr."
Just like that.
God. They're hitting these damn shots. Look at that gun. Nice.
Saw movement. I'll go.
Oh, he was just about to say something.
Holy shit!
Oh, what is this?
Shit! Look out! Move! Over here!
Smoke bomb.
Drop her now, crook! Asshole!
By the way, I think I read either this morning or last night one of the. Look at the end of that. I read that this game has already been banned somewhere, like I think in the Middle East or something. It was banned. Oh, oh. That animation was so smooth opening the door. I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was like a cutscene, but it's not. Like, you gotta actually be clear to get through there.
Damn it! Find another way up!
Wow. Yo, you see that generator right there? If you know The Last of Us, you know that generator brings back memories, man. The damn basement of the hotel. Yikes. Yikes. That was the only like real like scary part of The Last of Us 1 for me. With that, my first experience with that basement was crazy. Crazy. Y'all hear the music? Is it Ron Isley or is it Ice Cube? It is Ice Cube.
Be here.
Them fools tried to blast me. Saw the police and they rolled right past me.
Nora. I'm not going down for her, man.
Damn, they've got some dope music in it. Oh, they really went all out on this game, bro. I mean, it's Naughty Dog. They've got to, right? But you just see so many games. Like, I guess they just don't want to. They don't want to pay the money, so they'll just get some in-house producer to, you know, make music, or an instrument or something, just some, you know. But they actually got. Ooh.
Don't scream. Put that shit down. You remember me?
man, I'm so curious. Who is that person? Who is that person? Oh, who is that? Who was that? Wow, man. Sorry, I want to go back.
You remember me?
So obviously this is someone from earlier in, from earlier in this game. But man, somebody that did her wrong. One thing to point out, on the first game, I feel like you could kind of feel it a little bit when something was loading before it gets into a cut scene, and this is obviously a cut scene. But the difference with this game versus, say, Last of Us Remastered is that the game looks so good, and The Last of Us Remastered looked good, but we're years after Last of Us Remastered, right? We're years after that. This game looks so good just in the regular gameplay that the transition from gameplay to a cutscene, I don't know if this is technically... I mean, I know it's in-game, but there's a difference between, like, the gameplay in-game cutscenes and then the other cutscenes that are still technically in-game, but they're more polished. And this looks so good. And it just, it was seamless, you know what I'm saying? Like that, this looks great right here, you know what I'm saying?
Don't scream. Put that shit down.
Naughty Dog, man. Naughty Dog is just disgusting. Hey, well, that's it, man. Let me go ahead and give this a like. Do not read comments. And hey, I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all already know how I feel about this, man. I don't really think I need to really say much more as far as this is concerned. Did see some things that I hadn't seen previously. Bro, she mollied a dog. She mollied a whole dog, man. There's been nothing gameplay wise that has had me questioning anything or concerned. Really nothing about this game concerns me as far as what we've seen. I know that there's controversy around the development of this game. I understand that, but as far as like the product itself, like I have no knocks on it, man. It's just so beautiful, man. I'm really curious to see how the story is gonna unfold, man. I am on vacation starting the 19th, I mean. So I'll be playing through this game during that time. I'm off like the 19th to the 27th or something like that. So I'll see y'all when this shit drops. I'm super excited. Like y'all have no idea. I mean, come on. I've got like 6 t-shirts. I've got a whole back tattoo with Ellie on the back. I'll show y'all that tomorrow. I'm just playing. But anyways, I'm just going to ramble from this point, so I'm just going to end it. Thank y'all for watching, man. For any of y'all that watched this whole thing, I appreciate you. If you're new to the channel, be sure you to subscribe, like, and I'll keep throwing content up for y'all. Peace.